What is expat wealth management? So I've been helping expats now for over 10 years. Now, it might seem like a really simple question, but most people don't understand what it means in its entirety. So obviously wealth management is looking after your money. So when it comes to expat wealth management, you're just looking after the money of expats. However, what's really important is because many expats are moving around either back to their home country or to a third country or regularly moving around, an expat wealth manager won't just consider things like what to invest in. They're also going to consider things like how portable are these accounts? Because, for example, we only use providers that can accept clients if they move around the world, to most countries at least in the world. Whereas back home, many providers will close down your account if you move from country to country or say you can't actually add more money to the account. So portability is really important. However, when it comes to wealth management, it's often in line with wealth protection, or it's joined at the hip, so to speak, when it comes to wealthier clients. So some people might be looking at trust, they might be looking at foundations. Most people also will look at things like insurance, not just health insurance and life insurance, traditional insurance, but also liquidity solutions. What I mean by liquidity solutions is, let's say if somebody has a lot of assets like property and other illiquid assets, they might decide to buy an insurance policy which is linked to investments, which will give them more liquidity, and then they can borrow money against that insurance. So for example, one of my entities recently helped a gentleman who put down $500,000. In return for that, he got about $4 million, which means that God forbid if he was to ever die, there'll be a lot of liquidity there for his family and so on. So a lot of the time, it's actually linking things like managing people's money with protecting their money, with setting up structures, which can help with liquidity, which sometimes can help with tax, because in certain tax jurisdictions, borrowing against your assets is very tax efficient, although obviously that's not the case everywhere in the world. Obviously, for certain people, wealth management is really simple. It's just investing money in a portable way as an expat to get a higher return than you would in the bank. But for some people, it's about structuring as well. It's linking investments with liquidity, with tax and insurance, and putting all the pieces together.